Now we get to move along to the final topic of today's show, which is the first series that has concluded. The Phoenix Suns with their big three, whatever,
Not my man KD.
super team of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and a bunch of other guys.
Bradley.
Other names
Come on.
They are done. They were beat last night, and so they are out of this. They lost 4-0, despite Devin Booker with 49 points. But I think Anthony Edwards is quickly becoming the guy in the league. Now I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to ask you about this. So an anonymous Suns player said, quote, Anthony Edwards walked into our locker room before the game, walked right by me, and I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing coming in our locker room? He tapped Kevin Durant on the leg and said, lace him up. It's going to be a long effing game. And then walked out of the locker room and then proceeded to send him home for the offseason.
I love it. I love it. That's what it's about too. There's no rules in there. You say you can't go in there and say what's up to a player in your own way. I love it. I love it. And the fact that he backed it up and sent him home is even better.
And he was talking trash to him all day.
Well, I love his style. I love how he plays. I think he's kind of like more of a throwback. He plays both ways, offense and defense. He's strong, he's tough, he's athletic, he's highly skilled. He plays a lot with a scowl, but he also plays with a smile on his face, so you know he's enjoying the game. And I appreciate him. You know, he's one of the young players that I like. And if I was to have an outside dark horse pick for MVP, he's one of them. Along with Jalen Brunson for the Knicks and SGA. I think those three guys particularly have had awesome years and elevated their teams, you know, to levels that prior to the season starting, nobody saw their teams being in the position that they're in right now.
Jimmy, speaking of throwbacks, what if there was some throwback enforcers like, I don't know, Charles Oakley or Rick Mahorn, and he walked in the locker room and those guys were in the locker room? Something tells me he might not have got out of there alive.
Nah, it might have been a different ball game. We might have heard about some incidents before the game, you know, maybe some Spreewell choking incidents, something like that, you know. But
there is no way that Tyler Hainsborough was going to walk into the Michigan locker room before the game and talk trash to C-Webb or J. Rose.
Nah, it wouldn't have went down like that. They definitely wouldn't have made it out the locker room. You know, once we saw them, you know, first of all, kudos for him getting in the locker room. But once we saw he was in the locker room, he definitely would have made it out. Definitely.